Hi everybody, my name is Christy. You should probably know that by this point. I'm at a local park, well, kind of local, a local park, just trying to distress, relax, and not flip the hell out on everything in life right now. Yeah, there has been a bit of a problem with the vegan dieting. I have been pretty strict with it. There has been very little deviation from it. And the weight loss is kind of fluctuating, but not like it did before, which isn't the problem. That part isn't the problem. The benefits to the vegan, they would say, oh, you would feel lighter, you'd feel more energy. No, I do not have more energy. I do not feel lighter. I remember that was kind of like the first thing, but I wonder if it was kind of just like mentally. It's like, oh, you should expect this. I keep looking for it. I keep looking for it. It's not here. It's not here. But that's not really where the big issue is. I mean, I'm also really tired because I've had like different medications that I've been, working out. So that's part of the problem. So it could be that I could get more energy. But I'm working on that with my doctor. But the problem is that like it's really taking a pretty big financial hit with it, because if you think about it, like if you're like the person that's like, oh, I want cheeseburgers, I want hot dogs, I want blah 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 blah, well, guess what? If you remember from my vegan episode of the Beyond Meat, the hamburger patties were about $7. I believe it was $5 or $7 just for 2 patties. 2. Granted, they were pretty damn delicious, but that's with cheese on top too. The cheese in its pack comes about $5 to $6. Right? And I'm talking good cheese. I'm not talking about, now Daiya has okay cheese, like it's not terrible, but Chow, when you try to do a melted version or something that's creamy, Chow does amazing with that. So then the sausages, they weren't that bad. But in a pack of 4, it would have normally been about $12. Right? So my problem is that I don't want to eat, I don't want to eat this. Okay, this is what I feel like I'm eating every time I eat vegan. That I feel like I'm eating grass. I feel like I'm eating trees. I feel like I'm eating outdoors, right? And it's not a problem to do that every now and again, but it's like I look at a salad, I'm like, the fuck? The hell is this? It's grass in a bowl, okay? And it's because it's not my favorite food. All right. I like vegetables. I like fruits and vegetables. But even with like asparagus, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower, it's getting very old very quickly. And if you get stuff to spruce it up, that's fine, but it costs extra money for that. Because although you'll get like these spices like this thick, this long, maybe by like that round, and they fill most of the way, but they have like that much that's not filled. That, yeah, so then you're ending up spending like, it could be $2 to $3. Now that's not typically bad, right? That's not bad if you use it all the time. If you use it for like 1 meal, 2 meals, it's sitting in your cupboard. And really then it's like you spent the $2 and you're not even using it very much, because the thing that you're trying to spruce up is also expensive. Because like if you go out and you get, let's say you get asparagus, you get 1 bundle. They're about this big of a bundle, right? If my hand could finish the circle. They're about this big, and it is, some of them are $2.99 a pound. And I think that was at Walmart. I'm pretty sure it was like $2.99 a pound for that. The potatoes are pretty good, but they are very starchy, the same as like corn, so you shouldn't have them all the time. But then like the Brussels sprouts, like to have a little like small container, like about, I'm trying to think about how I could show you. Basically a hand container like this length, all right, and maybe like that wide, like one of those ground beefs, the 1 pound ground beef things, you know, that it's like already like 230, 250. And that's at, I think it's at Sharp Shopper. Like it's like $3 or something at Walmart. And now if you get like carrots, they're about $2 or $3 a bundle, like a bag. And then like the apples, they're like $2.49 a pound. Like, okay, I got a thing of 4 tomatoes and it was like $4. Okay, it's not that indecent. It's not that bad, but then it depends on what kind of tomato you get. Because if you do beef tomatoes, like the steak tomatoes, I didn't even know that's what they were called. Or I think it was like we combined it, beef steak tomatoes or something. Then you actually end up spending like, what, $3 for 2, which makes the same thing. Or no, it was like three and a half, something like that. So it ends up being that, you know, for just the fruits and vegetables, if you did just fruits and vegetables, it's probably not that bad. It's probably not that bad. But the minute you want to try to spruce stuff up, you're going to come into 1 to 2 challenges. The first challenge I'm finding is finances, because like there's these barbecue wings that they're super phenomenal. They are vegan, but the whole pack itself is about $6, $7. If you want pizza, even if you eat only a little bit, okay, you have pizza. The whole pizza itself is like $10 from the store. Okay, you don't go out for this shit. Like, you could go out and get a whole pizza that's like cheaper than that, or not even that, more expensive, and it looks bigger, right? So, but if you go out to get a regular pizza with no additional shit on it, it's like $4, $3 or $4. You've practically doubled when it's vegan, right? Then the macaroni shit that is like this big, like this wide, that deep, and it's about yay long. It's one of those microwave dinner kind of things. It's like 300 to 500 calories. I forget which one it is. And it costs $5, and it doesn't even fill you up. It doesn't even satisfy you. Like, it gets rid of the hunger feeling. That's it. So it's like when you eat the regular fruits and vegetables, that's when you're fine, in addition to that. But it's like, I want to eat normal, right? You know, I don't want to have... And then that's another thing. When you go out to a restaurant, it's frustrating as hell. Because what ends up happening is you're going to this restaurant and you're like, okay, I want the Cobb salad, but remove this, and this. And then put that on the side so that way I can measure that out specifically. Because the lettuce, it really doesn't matter. You put the tomatoes on top. Cucumber should be fine. Just make sure the dressing's on the side so you know how much you're putting. And I feel like going, oh, I'm so sorry. But then most of the time you got to be very cautious. Plus, if you're going out with a group, it's very hard to do that. Just because of the fact that when you then go out as a group, you have to be very considerate. And it's like, okay, I can't really eat anything, or I got to like pick shit off, and like I can only have a quarter of it. I can't even have the full thing. So it's very, very challenging, to say the least. So, I want to hear from you guys. What do you think might be some best things to do? I'm thinking about maybe trying something different that's easier on the bank. Because the other thing you run into besides financial problems is you run into calorie problems, right? Because at my weight that I currently am, I should only be having about 1,700 calories a day, right? Now, I know. Christy, you could, I don't know, get your lazy ass up and do shit. Yeah, I get that. All right, I do get that. So the more you work out, the more food you could obviously consume. Here's the problem. I can't rely on my own willpower and determination in order to make that time to go out, even if it is going to the gym, going out, walking a track, doing something. Like, I try to do things every weekend now, and it's so inconsistent And I'm not a morning person. I am not. Like, I already set my alarm for 6 o'clock in the morning to get up for work. Most of the time I snooze the shit out of it, or I just like, you know what, fuck it, I do it for 6:30. Fuck it, I do it for 6:45. And then I'm just like, shit, I have to get up because I gotta leave by 7 to get to work on time. So then most of the time I do my shit at night. But then the problem is that, you know, I do everything that I need to do at night, and then at that point it's about 11 or 12 o'clock, if that. Sometimes it's even later, and it's like I just want to go to bed. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to try anything. I just want to go to bed. So I can't rely on that. So I have to watch my calorie intake, and as I try doing that, with the different vegan food that tastes like normal food. Okay, so I'm not saying there's a limited supply of that. It does exist if you get enough money coming in, but I don't have enough money coming in. You know, like I have basically the finances of ramen noodles, basically. So yeah, that's mostly where my problems are coming in at, and any suggestions from you guys would be tremendous of that kind of thing. I'm kind of, I'm not gonna say lost because I'm not that lost, but at the same time, it's like, I know something needs to change if I want to keep it for quite a long time. It also does not help. My job has become very stressful. So I found even recently I've been doing a lot more emotional eating, which is not good. So what I end up doing is piling on more food, of good food, mind you, good food, but it then pauses the weight because of the fact that it's like, okay, so you're not really working out. You're not exactly eating the amount or the least amount of calories that you should be. So you have kind of a catch-22. So put into the comments below on what you would recommend, what you have found that have helped for you. Definitely go ahead and subscribe to the channel to see other videos that come out, not just these kinds of videos. And then go ahead and hit the bell as well, so that way you are notified when new videos come out, or of course that I go live. So until next time, guys, thank you for listening. And again, put into the comments below on what your recommendations are. All right, bye guys.